What I would like to do in the next 10 to 15 minutes is to show you how my new health website can help both you and your usana businesses. Before you read any website, I think it's important to understand or know about the author. I am a general physician. Now, that doesn't mean I'm a GP, general practitioner. I'm actually a specialist physician. I'm the guy who looks after you when you're admitted to a medical ward in the hospital. I'm also a cardiologist, and I've also studied clinical pharmacology, which is the science behind drugs. In addition to this experience, over the years I've realized that many alternative or complementary medicines can help our patients just as much, if not better, than many of our conventionals, so I've studied some of these. I've studied calcium scanning to identify coronary artery disease. Yes, that person you can see standing beside that rather grainy picture is the one that you recognize. I've also spent a lot of time looking at intravenous vitamin C, treating cancer and infections, and this is a picture of me. I studied with Hugh Riordan, who is probably the world authority on this condition over in the States. I've also looked at ECP for heart disease. I've taken a big interest in nutritional medicine and a lot of other complementary treatments as well. Then, about 4 years ago, I found myself at the other end of the stethoscope. Having broken a vertebra in my back and having 3 fractured ribs for no obvious excuse, I did a number of investigations and diagnosed myself with a rather nasty form of bone cancer called multiple myeloma. This is a condition that spreads in the bones. In fact, it starts in the bones. It replaces the bone tissue with myeloma tissue, which you can see on the x-rays. You probably can't see them, so I'll put little arrows showing where the bones have in fact been replaced by myeloma tissue. And when they looked at the entire body, you can see I had this pretty well everywhere. Not the most exciting thing to look at, particularly when they're your own bones. Now, knowing that untreated this had a life expectancy of only a few months, I went through a very rapid learning curve of all the various therapies, both conventional and complementary. I then had some very aggressive chemotherapy. It's actually quite scary when you see people wearing gloves to put stuff in your veins. Nevertheless, it seemed to work, although it was somewhat unpleasant. And I also had a number of complementary treatments, which I am continuing to have. In fact, I'm continuing to have chemotherapy as well. And now, 4 years later, I'm probably healthier than I've been for many years, playing cricket with my grandson and also kayaking down the Waikato River with my extended family. So having had all these experiences, I thought it was important to share them with the world, and rather than writing a book which few people would read, I made the website that we're talking about today. The website contains modern conventional medicine that we received from doctors and hospitals. It also discusses complementary therapies which go alongside conventional medicine, and also alternative therapies which were used instead of conventional medicine. I think this website is actually quite unique because it includes both the best of modern medicine and reviews the other complementary treatments as well. Most websites tend to concentrate on one or the other, but almost never both. And my purpose is really to show people what's out there and let them have the choice, or educate them in deciding on what treatment they want to have. It's very easy to get to the website. It's www.drgeraldlewis.com. On the opening page, there's a short video about me and the purpose of the site. On the right hand side is an alphabetical list of most of the diseases that I can think of, so that people can choose which particular disease they want to look at. The site is free for 24 hours, so people with a disease or their relatives or friends can have a look at their particular condition for a day without costing them anything. So let's have a look at one of those diseases, for example, angina. At the top of many of them, there's a short video about angina, about the disease. There's then a description about the disease, which hopefully is in a language that lay people can understand. I've done my best to make this understandable. Some of these diseases are quite complicated, and people really don't understand what they have. Hopefully, this will help them. There's then a segment about what doctors can do, the best of today's modern medicine. I spent a lot of time researching these, and I use the medical online tool that has been used in most hospitals around the world called Up to Date. I also look at other references, and if there's any new changes in the literature, I include these as well as they come to hand. And if appropriate, I put links about studies to do with the treatments as well. It also includes the various investigations and procedures that doctors can do, with videos of some of these, and of course operations, drug treatments, etc. Now, much of this information may not be known to your general practitioner, and I'm very happy for you to take copies of this, take it to your own doctor, and discuss your treatments and whether, in fact, other therapies might like to be considered as well. There's then a section on lifestyle, for angina, for example, exercise, stress, weight loss, smoking, alcohol, diet, anything else that can possibly help the condition. And again, this contains links, for example, to the description in a video about the Mediterranean diet. This is followed by a segment on nutritional supplements that I recommend that people with this condition should take and why they should be taking it. Possibly, if your doctor was impressed with the information and the medical treatment, he or she may also be a little bit more open to the supplements that I recommend. If there are other complementary therapies, such as chelation therapy or EECP, there's a segment on these, and once again with links to more information and also videos about the procedure. In the segment on nutritional supplements, I've got a section on how you choose supplements which are the best. I've also listed down the bottom the companies that I think are probably the most reliable to buy supplements from. And then at the bottom I talk about the Cellsentials and why these have advantages and why I recommend the usana Cellsentials products. At the top, I also recommend which supplements I think my patients should get. For example, with angina, I recommend they should be taking the usana Cellsentials, Biomega, Active Calcium, Ginkgo, Coconome, Vitamin D, and also Hawthorn, which is not a usana product. In some diseases, there's information which is quite new or unusual in therapies, and I've included these. For example, in multiple sclerosis, there are 2 treatments that I think that everybody with MS should be considering. A British infectious diseases specialist believes that multiple sclerosis is caused by a bacteria called chlamydia pneumonia. Now, this is not the usual chlamydia, it's chlamydia affecting the lungs. And he treated and cured his wife of MS simply by taking 2 or 3 antibiotics for 6 to 12 months, and these are antibiotics that your GP can routinely prescribe. The other is by Dr. Terry Wallace, who cured her own multiple sclerosis using a hunter-gatherer diet. Now, if I had MS and the doctor said there was little else to offer, I would certainly change my diet and consider taking some antibiotics for a few months. So that's the website. As I said, for 24 hours it's free. After 24 hours you have to register to become a life member, and that costs you $50 once only. Now, most other websites tend to have an annual cost, but this is once only for life. In addition, when you register and pay your $50, you receive 3 ebooks: our dietary supplement book, which is no longer in print, our cancer book, which many people still like to read, and a new book called A Review of Complementary Treatments. So Life membership gives you access to the site forever and the 3 ebooks for free. So how can this website help you in your usana business? Well, I can see 3 ways it can do this. First of all, it can help you, it can help your usana business, and it helps you by giving you an additional income. Firstly, if a friend or a prospect asks you about their disease and what supplements are best for them, you can look at the website and confidently recommend which ones they should be taking. In many cases, a lot of people are taking the wrong ones, or far too many. I think it's much simpler to be taking what has been shown to be beneficial. It can also help you build your usana business. Many people have a lot of difficulty recommending supplements or a business to strangers, and possibly even worse, to their friends or their relatives. And both cold and warm prospecting is not easy for many, many people. If, however, you met somebody and you knew about a disease or talked about a friend with some condition, you could refer them to the website and let them make up their own mind. Maybe then, or 24 hours later, you could give them a ring and ask if the site was helpful, and then ask if they would like you to help them get the supplements that Dr. Gerald recommends. So, firstly, show them the site and the supplements that are recommended. 24 hours later, ring them and ask them if they'd like the supplements. Offer to get them, make them retail customers. Then a month later, ring up and see if they'd like a repeat supply. Suggest they consider becoming a preferred customer to get the supplements cheaper. And then later, after you've developed a relationship, you can broach the subject of them becoming a usana associate. The third way you might like to use the site is to make money for yourself by becoming an affiliate to the site. Now, I'd like this information, the site, to be spread as far as possible because I think it's important for people to know, particularly the complementary as well as the best medical treatment. Now, I can't do it myself, so I've created an affiliate program, and this means if you recommend somebody to the site, you will receive an affiliate commission. If you show the site to somebody and they become a full member, you will receive 50% of their joining fee. That's $25. There is no cost to becoming an affiliate. You simply click in the tab by the yellow arrow there, fill in the form, and this includes a few more details about you, including your PayPal account, which is essential for us to know where to send your commissions to. This is the affiliate page, which opens after you've registered, and along the top are the details of the number of people who have joined and the earnings that you have received. Further down the page on the right is your own personal code. This code follows anybody who you refer to the site. So if you paste that code onto an email, a Facebook, a Twitter, or any online site, if they click on it, it takes them to the website, but the website knows that you referred them. It will then follow them as they move around the site, and when they become full members, you automatically receive $25. There are also posters, which you can put on Facebook or Twitter, and again your link is embedded in these posters so that when they click on it, this takes them to the website with your information attached. The system is very simple. You send out an email to individuals or any group as large as you want to, saying something like, I found this a really helpful health site, or I know you've got this condition, click on here and see if it helps. Then paste your personal code at that point, and when they click on it, they are taken to the website. If they join, then you receive $25. Or post this poster onto your Twitter or Facebook page. If you're a member of a cancer or similar group like that, or you know a cancer group like this, once again you can post this and your personal code is embedded on it. There's no limit to the number of people you can send these out to or who join up, and you'll receive $25 for everybody who joins. So hopefully you'll find this site of use. Firstly, to be able to advise people on treatments and what supplements they should be taking. Secondarily, to help you with recruiting new preferred customers and possibly usana associates. And finally, to use the affiliate program. As I said, there's no limit to the number of people you can refer as an affiliate, and if you've got a very large Facebook or email following, the income could in fact be quite substantial. If you've got any questions or thoughts or other conditions you might like to be included on the site, you can contact me at my email address, which is geraldlewis@zoho.com.